start. Hello, welcome to the post-game press conference for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022. The game is Puerto Rico against USA. Final result being Puerto Rico 42, USA 106. We are joined first by Puerto Rico, by head coach Gerardo Batista and Mia Ollingshid. We will start from you, Mia. If you have your comments on the game and how do you think today went?
Just overall, I think we were just hesitant in certain areas and we weren't really playing our brand of basketball. Coach emphasized that during halftime, and we were trying to dig ourselves out of a hole, and I think we just got caught up in trying to catch up instead of just taking it one possession at a time. So it's things that we'll learn from, move on, play tomorrow, and hopefully be better than we were today.
Thank you, Coach. I will ask you to have your statement on the game.
Good afternoon to everybody. All the credit to USA Basketball. I think they have a great team. They play very good today. And
before we move to questions from media, of course, if somebody from Zoom, you have questions, please raise your hand. We will unmute yourself. But I wanted to ask you, after the win yesterday, of course, today, not a result that you wanted, but looking forward, do you see some positives also from today that you can take into the next games?
I think today we didn't show up to play. That's we were facing the best team probably in the world, right? But I think we didn't try it today. That's what I think. So as Maya said, we have to learn from this. We will face in the next 2 days two great teams, Belgium and China. So we have to get better. We have to get better. All the teams here are great. So we just have to come out and be a little bit more aggressive on defense and play a little bit more better.
Thank you. I see that we have a question from Zoom, from Luis Rodriguez. Please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
De la línea, coach, fuera de la derrota, ¿verdad?, de esta noche, ¿qué mensaje le puede llevar a las jugadoras debido a que el próximo partido contra Bélgica y pues ya va a cerrar sería contra Corea? ¿Cuál sería el mensaje que le envió después de haber jugado esta noche contra Estados Unidos?
Can I say that in Spanish or I have to do it in English?
Yes, you can go in Spanish.
Bueno. Obviamente cuando se acaba el juego después de una derrota de esa manera, pues a mí no me gusta mucho hablar, así que me reuniré un poco más tarde con el equipo y podremos ver los detalles del equipo. Como estaba diciendo, nosotros hoy no nos presentamos a competir, sabemos que estábamos jugando contra el mejor equipo del mundo, pero no hicimos absolutamente nada ni en defensa ni en ofensiva, ni estábamos agresivas en defensa, en ofensiva estábamos todo el mundo parado mirando lo que estábamos haciendo. Y cuando tú te enfrentas a un equipo como Estados Unidos, pues tienes que hacer las pequeñas cosas para mantenerte cerca de ellas, ¿no? Hace tiempo no peleamos con ellas por tanto, así que pues obviamente un poquito de ¿verdad? No estoy contento de la manera en que jugamos, pero la misión de nosotros cambió un poco. La misión ahora es tratar de adelantar a la siguiente ronda. Eso lo hacemos ganando un juego más. Sabemos que tenemos 2 juegos bien fuertes que vienen, ¿verdad? Que son China y Bélgica, pero tenemos que jugar mejor para poder entonces prepararnos para el último juego, que sería con Corea, ¿verdad? Así que tenemos que prepararnos bien mentalmente y tratar de ganar uno de esos 3 partidos.
Thank you, Coach. I think Luis has another question. If you do, please go ahead.
Luis Rodríguez, acá de la línea otra vez, coach, saliendo un poco de este juego, ¿verdad? ¿Qué tan importante ha sido la inclusión de la nueva jugadora y de este cambio generacional, ¿no?, que se está dando poco a poco con la selección?
Pues mira, importante, no podemos perder de perspectiva de que Maya tiene 22 años, es jovencita, es su primer torneo internacional también, así que está jugando en el escenario más grande del mundo. Y tenemos varias jugadoras que tienen 18 y 19 años en este grupo, que estamos poco a poco desarrollando para el futuro. Así que nosotros siempre venimos a este tipo de competencias y pensamos en el programa, en seguir mejorando el programa y seguir trabajando para el futuro. Así que no nos importa si nos vamos jovencitas. Yo creo que en la parte final del juego Trinity San Antonio hizo un gran trabajo atacando, creando situaciones, llegando hasta el canasto y defendiendo bastante bien. También es una jovencita, pero yo creo que hizo un buen trabajo. Así que no podemos perder de esa perspectiva, pero hay que seguir trabajando para para este torneo, para hacer lo que queremos hacer en este torneo.
Thank you, Coach. This concludes the first part of the press conference. We'll be joined shortly by Team USA. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Stay with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. So welcome back to the post-game press conference for the game Puerto Rico against USA. Final score, Puerto Rico 42, United States 106. We're joined now by Team USA, head coach Cheryl Reeve and Alyssa Thomas. We start from you, Alyssa. So can I ask you please for your comment on the game today?
I think we played hard. The score doesn't reflect what we were doing. We worked on our team chemistry and we've added a lot of new pieces and, we're still trying to fill each other out and games like this are helpful.
Thank you. Coach, I would like you, of course, second game in 2 days. So how do you feel about it?
The defensively, spearheaded by Alyssa, with 6 steals. I just thought we were, once again, really hard to play against. At the point of screens, we were aggressive, and it really generated some, easier stuff for us. We got out in transition. The 54 points in the paint, that was something that, if you look at that, a lot of that had to be fast break points. But then we had a bench that was really, really good, and they got, 45 points, and, Shakira with her, her first double-double as a national team player. So a lot of good things happened.
Thank you. We now open floor for question from media here. So first, please state your name. Yeah.
Alexa Philippou with ESPN. Cheryl, when you look at it, how the team has been able to be so strong defensively, how would you describe that as a product of the personnel that are part of the team, scheme that coaching staff is working on, or also just general philosophy, especially considering maybe some of the things you're able to do defensively? Previous groups with USA basketball wasn't necessarily as much of a strong suit.
I think hands down it's personnel. We saw that in February, and again, the player to my right has been really vital to establishing that identity. So we did it in February. We had perimeter players that will be up in their space and can get through screens quickly. They have some length. We talk every day about being hard to play against, getting deflections. And just not giving people space to do simple things. And so they've really bought into that.
Thank you. We can move here.
Doug Feinberg, the AP. Just to piggyback on that for both of you, I mean, Cheryl, you've been around this program for a while. No disrespect for other teams, but I can't remember a team that's been able to have 5 people switch probably on the floor at the same time and not really have a bad matchup that way. Is that something that's a strength of your team? Just AT, I mean, you had 5 steals in the first quarter, which was close to the record, but just was it reading the offense that way to get the steal, or just that's the way this team is built to be able to make plays like that and just go?
Well, and we did switch a fair amount in 2016 in Rio, and that was more the identity of that team, and probably in 2012 as well. But I think the athleticism that is on this roster is allowing us to maybe to do different things. Now, opponents will get to a point where we're going to really find out whether we're capable of switching and not, getting exploited in other areas. But this team has been super mindful of help defense. When we do get beat, we're finishing possessions with rebounds. So it's just been their identity.
Yeah, part of the game plan. Having me switch out, which I love. I mean, I love to disrupt. I love to cause havoc. So it's fun playing on a team that loves to play defense, and it really just fuels our offense.
Thank you.
Sorry, TK from FIBA here for Alyssa. Talking about the defense, today you had the most steals in a Women's World Cup for Team USA since Tamika Catchings in 2002. I mean, how does it feel? Yesterday, also with assists, you matched up with Dawn Staley. How does it feel to be listed among these legends in a competition like in a world competition like this?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, you talk about Dawn Staley, Tamika Catchings, both great players for the game, and to be even in the same category with them, I mean, yeah, I'm truly honored.
It's impressive.
Thank you. We have one question from the Zoom. Scott, I will ask you to unmute yourself and ask a question.
Yes, Coach. Coach, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you. Yep.
Yes. Okay. Could you talk a little bit about how impressed you were with Shakira Austin today?
Yeah, this was a fun game for her. She got a lot of minutes and found her way productivity-wise, and she has such great length. She's great in the paint. She played with Bree Jones, who got a lot of attention, so she had some freedom of movement. She's been playing well. That's why she made the national team, and why she made gave the opportunity to be able to play in the World Cup. And so she made the most of the opportunity, and then certainly today the most of her minutes. It's a player who's still learning, but she learns on the fly, and she plays hard. She's athletic, she's long, and she's relentless, and those lead to good things.
One more here.
Cheryl, we saw that Kelsey and Chelsea made it. Were you able to really talk much about things with them, or was it really just like getting over to the game and focusing on that? And then also, do you have any update on when Asia would arrive as well?
Yeah, we encouraged them. The bus was leaving, and their ride had just pulled up, and we tried to drag them to the bus and put a uniform on them, but they thought they needed a little bit more time. So we'll give them a little bit, get some rest, and Asia will be in hopefully today, and kind of the same thing, that we'll get some time in the morning with them before we play against a really good China team tomorrow. So the depth will be helpful, but it is hard. I mean, Alyssa probably can say it best. I mean, just preparing yourself physically, getting through tough moments in a game. They're tired, they're mentally tired, they're physically tired, but they're relentless and they're competitors, and so we're going to need Chelsea and Kelsey and Asia to follow the lead of Alyssa and Bree and what they've done.
Thank you. I think this can end the press conference from today if you have no more questions. So thank you, Coach. Thank you,
Thank you.
Alyssa.
Thank
Good
you.
luck for the next games.